What's up, Witness Rory Nation? Today is the anniversary of when I watched Pacific Overtures for the first time. I watched it for the first time today, last year. So I thought I could make this video where I go through my history of sketchbooks that I've had during this hyperfixation. And I don't know, we just do a little sketchbook tour about it. Mostly for Poemship, because I've been making Poemship sketchbook pages for a long time now. I don't know if we'll get into RPF, because RPF is kind of a whole nother can of worms. Like, this is every sketchbook that I have lined up for this, but, like, I don't know, like, everything from here is, like, majority RPF. Like, majority. Also, multiple times in this video, I talk as if I'm going to be posting this onto my Tumblr blog. That was just my original intention, and then I decided against it. So if I'm talking about a drawing and I say, oh, I don't think I ever posted it here, I mean here as in my Tumblr blog. This is the first one that they're featured in. We're going to be looking at some old art here, but this sketchbook is, you can see it's actually a majority Joanne and Bobby from Company. But it has Pacific Overtures. I remember making this. This is the very first sketchbook page that I ever made with them. You can see the way that I draw them changed a lot. The way that I draw Manjiro in particular changes like halfway through the hyperfixation. I'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. But I remember when I first tried to draw him, I was like trying to base it off of Sapshimono, but I couldn't draw Sapshimono because, I don't know, I couldn't draw Asian people yet. I mean, that's kind of why. I mean, Sapshimono has a weird looking face and I still kind of can't draw him, but I was trying, and you can kind of see from the way that I draw the shape of his chin, I'm kind of trying. I'm trying really hard. And my Kayama has always been based on Isao Sato, but I think the way that I characterize Kayama has changed a lot over the course of the hyperfixation. Here's a little comic of them. This is them like at the beginning when they're like trying to come up with their plan, you know? Kayama says, "Are you high?" It's pretty funny. I think this is a continuation of the comic from the previous page. A lot of what I made back then were comics in here. Oh, I think this gets into... Yeah, see, this gets into them in Act 2. I never draw them in Act 2 anymore. I am still Kayama's #1 fan. Did I lie? Did I stutter? So look down here. This is pretty cute. Him being shaken. I really cannot spend this long on every single page. This is already 3 minutes as I'm recording this. I'm sure I'll cut it down. Oh my god, I remember this drawing, like, vividly. Because this is supposed to be Firestar doesn't like waffles, but with them. So Kayama doesn't know what a waffle is. I think I made a Tumblr post that's like this. For the last time, Manjiro, I don't know what a waffle is. Oh my god. This is me planning for, not the first fic that I wrote of them, but the second one. I actually really don't like that fic. I think it's hard to pinpoint why. I'm sure if I actually went back and reread it, it wouldn't be that bad, but... Oh, this is supposed to be that one TikTok sound that's like, I can't capture YN's beauty. YN! Huh? What was that? I still kind of characterize them that way. I remember this drawing. Here's them as little, like, chibi versions of them. I remember making this. This is cute. Also, I like their pose. Kayama's, like, face. Here's them being terrified in the boat. These colors kind of look like, veggie straws. If any of you guys know veggie straws. That's the new comparison. Instead of a carrot, they look like veggie straws. I think I made this page like later because this looks significantly later on in the. Oh yeah, I remember this page. This is from like November. See, I remembered this from like multiple months ago, and I put it in that one fic that I wrote really recently. Oh, and I remember this drawing. I really like this drawing. And actually this one is pretty good too. Oh yeah, and here's the famous drawing of them. The makeout meme template. I think by this point I just completely stopped drawing Joanne and Bobby. This is all Pacific Overtures. Oh, wait, this is Assassins? Oh wait, no, here's Joanne and Bobby. Look at Bobby. Oh my god, this is 2002 Overtures. Oh my god! Here's how they roll Manjiro in. Actually, this drawing is pretty good. I think by this point, I'm getting a lot better at drawing them. And like posing them. Like this is very them. I took like a little break here to draw Joanne and Bob. These drawings are pretty good. Like look at that. That's pretty good. I kind of did that. This is more 2002 Overtures. I don't remember what that was and I don't want to see. I don't want to know. I think I really liked 2002 Overtures. Well, first of all, it's kind of just better. Like, I think it's better even now. But back then, I mean, like, you know, hyperfixation-wise, it kind of had an impact on me. Oh, literally, here's more 2002 Overtures. There's them, like, hugging right there. Don't mind, I think my friend was drinking Gatorade, and they gave me their... So I put it in my sketchbook, you know, and it, like, hangs out the back. There's Shuji Honda Kayama sitting sensually. I guess he's laying down, not sitting. Oh my god, wait! Here's when I change how I draw Manjiro. My Manjiro like redesign, I guess, it comes at the same time that I started writing the Soulmates fic. And so like this is when they really become themselves to me. This is cute right here. This is them making out. Like really tiny at the bottom of the page. Oh, here's them as furries. I genuinely do not know if I've ever posted these, but Kayama is an armadillo. I know I've made a post about that before. That has a breach containment. Here's Manjiro jumping and eating an apple. Here's Manjiro laying in a puddle of mud. I was really just developing his character around this time. Oh my god, these are those drawings of the balladeer from Assassins that I posted. You guys loved that post. I just found, like, shoved into this random page, first glimmers of RPF. I don't want it to focus. Let's just move on. Okay, we're on to the next one. This one, oh no, I opened it drawing Mary from Merrily We Roll Along. I think I posted some of these, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, here we get into Pacific. This is like post soulmate stuff. What's happening here, you guys? Here's my post of Mary punching Frank in the face. I still really like this post. I think it's funny. Here's marketable Kayama, and Kayama is crying right next to him. This is like these drawings are extremely them to me. They're like finally themselves to me. This was kind of in the prime of, well, that's all Merrily We Roll Along. I remember this page spread. Ooh, rare bowler hat moment. This is, dude, look at that. What the hell was, what were they feeding me? I didn't know I could do this. This is Mary and Charlie from Merrily We Roll Along, by the way. I really, really wanted to write a fic about this that had this concept, but it just never like turned out. So I made this whole comic about it instead. Oh, we made it. It's time for, it's RPF time. Here's Seb saying, I'm 38, my life is over. I think in my fic I say he's 39, he's 38. I just like did the math for that the other day and I realized I was wrong the whole time. He's 38. He was 38 in Pilfertures. Oh no, I think the real reason I got it wrong was because I didn't know what his birthday was for the longest time, but it's in July. His birthday's in July. You know, real life Sab Shimono. Check out this drawing, it's pretty cool. I think we have no choice but to do RPF. Look at it here. I never draw his sweater vest anymore. I got rid of the sweater vest. Here's Manjiro bouncing a ball against the wall. Oh my god, here's a an idea for a drawing that I wanted to do and it never worked out. But Manjiro's hair would be like in the back, you know? Actually, these are some nice. This is a cool looking doodle. Although because Kayama's hair is also black, it probably wouldn't really work out. Although I guess the point is that Kayama's like bald, he doesn't really have much hair anyway. Here's some of them like walking on the beach. So like those two fics that I wrote really recently, I've had those concepts just like sitting around for months. But during this time, for like the RPF took me like 3 months to write. So I was just doing that instead. Dude, fucking focus. There's so much Merrily We Roll Along. I do not remember it being that serious. Here's a little. I like these still. Oh my god, this comic is one of my favorites. I don't think I ever posted it on here because it's really gay and it's like really stupid and it's really unabashed, and so I'm like embarrassed about it. Here's more RPF with little Isao. Isao was a lot more like innocent when I first started doing the RPF, and he's kind of become more evil over time. He's a lot more like conniving now. Here's scared Kayama. Very cute. Like that's what I mean. I would not draw this nowadays. Here's like a little chart that I made to keep track of like the themes in the RPF fic. It was that serious. Here's Isao crying. Here's Isao doing the, what do you call that? The pledge of allegiance. Here's Isao building a snowman. Listen, dude, the RPF fic was taking all of my brain power. Here's a little pose with Kayama and Manjiro like dead on the floor for some reason. And some more of him up here. Oh my god, this is one of my favorite fucking drawings of them, where Manjiro's trying to like teach him about tolerance with the "we are equal." I remember that genuinely took like a long time for me to draw, or like an annoyingly long time for me. It didn't take that long, but like, this is cute too. Look at Kayama kneeling. There's a word for it, I can't think of it. Here's them in the boat. Here's more of me trying to do the RPF. I think I remember making this page. I had to like write and rewrite and rewrite again. That shit, like, it was really intense. I don't think I'll ever work that hard on a fanfiction again. It was crazy. Here's some of them in the very Warrior Cats, very, you know that one Warrior Cats artist? Oh, I remember I posted these. I still really like these. And here's them. Oh wait, this is cute. This is a cute pose. And them down here too. Here's Sab laying dead on Isao's doorstep. Here's them doing like, what is it called when like autistic people like sit next to each other and do separate things? They have a word for that. Well, I remember this drawing. This was real. Am I 39 male, the asshole, for wanting to fucking kill my Broadway co-star, 26 male, because he's really annoying? What the fuck is happening at the Winter Garden, bro? Laughing, crying emoji, laughing, crying emoji. Here's a little jump scare. Joanne and Bobby. I think I meant to post some of this, but I didn't. I think I drew them again because the RPF is like weirdly reminiscent of them. Here's Manjiro stop playing Geometry Dash in front of Emperor Meiji. Iconic. I hate the Tony Awards. Here's him like crying. I like drew him crying and like holding on to Isao's legs so much until I actually put it in the actual stupid fan fiction. See, I think this is when I started doing Isao's chapter because I started drawing him a lot more. Here's the Follies page. Oh my god, Ben, I need a lobotomy. Poems forever. Here's Sap murdering Isao. I keep a lot of this RPF shit to myself. Like it goes deep. It's see, here's them. Like, here's me writing multiple paragraphs of the RPF that just went completely unused. I did not use this. In fact, I don't think I used any of this either. Like, I seriously struggled to write this thing at a certain point. Oh, this is when I went to, oh shit. Hold on. This is when I saw Book of Mormon live. I think I posted most of these, but I didn't post all of them because I was still learning. Actually, these are still really good. Okay, this can't become a real sketchbook tour. It's supposed to be Pacific Overtures. Here's them naked over there. Here's Isao posing frightenedly. Here's them as children. Kayama and Manjiro as children. I think these last few pages are just them. Yeah, see? Oh, and then I guess they start having sex on this page. Nothing terrible. I was really sad that I never posted this. I really liked this little drawing here. Dude, this hyperfixation like single-handedly taught me how to draw feet. I did not know how to draw feet before this. We're into the next sketchbook. We get RPF serious here. This is really when I was in fact, I think this is the page that made me came up with the entire third part of it. Like, here's I hate Christmas. Here's them as little chibis. And here's one with the boat. Damn, I kind of drew that, man. I have these. Here's Isao extending his hands appealingly. See, here's me like doing a little comic version of the little scene from you know, part 3 of my real person fan fiction. I actually kind of like this. This was cool because I had a very specific like visual in mind, and I don't know if I even really did it well enough. It's like what I can't write, I can draw, and what I can't draw, I can write. Here's them. These are those drawings of them that I made. I think I posted these. I still really like this drawing of them. It's cute. I don't think this made it in here. Here's them in costume. And I still really like this one. Even though the way that I draw them is outdated. Oh, here's Marilee. Dude, why didn't I post this? This is cute. This is funny. Okay. Here's Sab with a little Christmas. I remember making this. I had a lot of fun drawing this. It's so stupid. You know, the thing about Ito and Mame is I went back and I after finishing the like long after like just recently I went back and I read the book that Mame is based off of, or I read the parts of it with Ito in it, and like no, it's actually that serious. Like it was bad. Like it was bad. I posted the here Manjiro says, "Konnichi, what's up everybody? Welcome to Kanagawa." Please. Seb's hair getting spikier. Also, that's him as Ito. This is kind of cute of them down here. The RPF, like the actual fic that I wrote, it has such like a wholesome ending. I might go back and, well, I'm not gonna go back and change it because I already finished it. I'm never touching it again. But if I could, I would go back and maybe change it. Cause, like, they're evil to me. They're evil. They're both evil, and that's the fun of these characters. Here's this is cute. This page has some unsavory content on it. This is like very, like, this is going into the Soulmates fic, which I like revised. I added to it later and I made it more fucked up for some reason. Let's eat our actor slop together. I remember making this drawing like it was yesterday. It was like I guess it's like 4 months ago now. This is cute. Dogs out. Look at them hugging here. It's so cute. This will save Japan with the power of love. Here's a nice little, I like this page. There's Issa looking kind of evil. I think well, no, he gets worse later. Here's them. Like, a little fucking gay ass, like, some gay stuff happening on this page. Oh my god. That was actually unintentional. I did not mean to flip to this. This is a whole comic that I made, and I thought it was so good, so I decided to color it. Basically, this is them, they're talking about the characters they play. And so that's the pitch. I don't think there's, yeah, okay. There's not a page after this. Here's Issa laughing. It's cute. I really like these pages. I think I posted like almost all. When your boy starts crying on you at the Tony Awards. This is, I drew from a picture of my friend's cat. I think by this point I am done with the RPF. So I'm just like expanding them beyond that point. This is kind of fucked up, but it's cute. I mean, like, the anatomy is. Oh yeah. I remember making this comic like it was yesterday. Well, I remember making these pages. I remember making them because I think I must have like lost my pencil or something, and so I had to borrow my friend's pencil. Here, Sam is like kidnapping him. Guys, who made this? Oh, hey, oh my god. Wait, so this is me, like, just writing down ideas for when I added to my Soulmates fic. And actually, I kind of used a lot of the dialogue that I write down here in these. I kind of reuse a lot of them in the actual fic. Or at least, like, remnants of them exist. Look, that's so cute. And Majiro is so sad. I've never done him as sad as he was in that fic. I mean, it's pretty serious when you realize you have no free will. There's them up there. Cool. Here is Slurp. Dude. Oh my god, I remember these pages like it was yesterday. This is like a really prolonged comic that I made, and I didn't even mean to make it that long, but this had like a profound impact. Like, I'm still feeling the impact of this. I think this is different. Oh my god, this is one of my favorite drawings of Kayama and Manjiro, but I like never posted it because it's like kind of it's kind of like needlessly edgy in, you know, my way. But it's funny. I don't care, bro. And here, which I made, you know, the song, which I made a little animation for. Here's Seb choking Isao. This is like the successor to that other drawing that I made. At the bottom of this page, I wrote, disclaimer, do not attempt these actions in real life. Oh my god, this is the return of Act 2 Pacific Overtures. I was writing the best goddamn fic of my life. Okay, it wasn't that good, but it was great for me because it was like pointlessly edgy. Pointlessly violent, but it was awesome. It was so good. It was so much fun. And here's me like writing down my ideas for it. It was kind of like it was gonna be like, not a sequel. I don't want to use the word sequel because that really makes it sound like I'm trying to like build a continuity. It wasn't that serious. But it uses the soulmates logic that I did in the first one. And that's the point. Yeah, I guess it's a sequel, okay? And it like takes their scene at the end, but it's like they can't bring themselves to kill each other. So they have to talk it out, you know? A la 2002 Overtures, that happens in 2002 Overtures. Yeah, I guess it takes the idea from 2002 Overtures where Manjiro is gonna spare him, and then Kayama insists on fighting him anyway, but Kayama can't shoot him because he's a coward, and he's like still in love with him. So okay, like instead of like shooting him to kill him, Kayama like shoots him in the foot so he can't run away. And that's what this drawing is here. And so that like I wrote all of that. The rest of it is supposed to be like they like go back to Kayama's house or something because they have to get it healed. I think the reason I stopped writing it was because I just ran into too many logistical problems. I was like not interested in like I mean I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. This is already like my weird fan fiction for Pacific Overtures. But I didn't want to like I don't know, I feel a need to have some rhyme or reason in there, and this fic has no rhyme or reason, so like the least I could do is make it so like the injury makes sense. Like I was like, would it make logistical sense for them to be able to go back to Kayama's house? Because that's what this page is about. They're like getting like freaky and because okay I don't think anybody's really interested in hearing my recap here. The idea is that Manjiro is like, what's the word? Inhibited? Not inebriated. He can't walk, so he can't leave, and so he's stuck with Kayama. So it forces them to like make up, you know? Here's Isao as a kid, see, holding Mame. Oh yeah, see, here's me planning the revised version. I completely forgot about this. These drawings are good, man. I kind of did this. Like, look at that. That's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. My own art is so good. And then I just like go back to drawing them like normal the next page. No, I really abused Manjiro in the Soulmates reality. Never again, I swear. But like that's kind of the point. Like that's the natural conclusion, you know what I mean? Oh, here's a drawing that eventually turned into, you know, my most recent one. Manjiro is running into the waves, and Kayama's worried about him. I remember this drawing like it was yesterday. See, we're still doing this. Like, I drew this multiple months ago, but I'm writing it now. Amen. Okay, this one is like truly just RPF nonsense the whole time. Oh, I say as I open to a page of Overtures. When I started this, I meant it to be a little bit more about poemship in specific. And I also meant to talk a little bit more about how, you know, the process and how they've changed. Literally whatever, dude. It's my video. I do what I want. Here's some more of them. Oh, I remember these. These are, like, good. Like, oh my god. Wait, I don't think I ever posted these. This is Kayama and Manjiro Mermaids AU. This is that one post that I made. I did draw it. I did make it real. Here's some down there. I think mostly all I had to say about the progression of Kayama and how I depict him is that he just kind of became my frightened little Blorbo more and more over time. Like, he was always scared, but like the key emotion of his character is scared, and I just kind of honed that over time. Here's Isao being repulsed. Here's Sab building a shrine for him with a water bottle he drank from. strand of hair. Here's Esau as a My Little Pony. I drew Sab too, but he turned out badly, so I'm not showing you. Here's them sitting together. I like this drawing. They're starting to get a little better. A little bit. Here's some of him crying. Natural state of being for him. Oh, you weren't ready for this. This has never breached containment onto Tumblr before. This is them as women. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Here's Esau doing a little frustrated pose. This goes down to that. You know, just so you know. Here's these drawings of them at the treaty house. I really like these. These are kind of some of my favorites. The return of 2002 Povertures. I don't think I posted this one of him in bowler hat. Like it. Dude, I'm like, how have I filled 3 sketchbooks since this one? I'm like kind of serious. The last like 3 months of my life have been a blur. I could not tell you what happened. Here's Esau with himself as a child. Oh my god. Here's them as cats. So cute. Yeah, at this point, this is what I'm saying. Esau's a little bit more evil now. I think I posted a lot of these. This is them. This is like very canon compliant. This is very like November coded. Ooh, this is good. Here's a whole like comic of them that I made. They're at the Tony Awards, and if I had come up with this like back multiple months ago, back then, this probably would have ended up in the fic. I was particularly into this little frame of the. It's still kind of good, still pretty good. Here's me trying to sum up their dynamic. Oh my god, I remember this viscerally. Actually, I think I put something like sort of in reference to this in my yeah, I do. Here the concept. It's just an idea they came up with like multiple months ago now, where okay, there's like deep lore because oh my god, this is so fucking embarrassing. Holy shit. Okay. You know, the real person, Isao Sato's birthday is on the same day that Pacific Overture is closed. So it's kind of relevant, and there were some ideas that you could come out with there. That's not even really what I'm on about here, but it's notable because it happens during the run is what I'm trying to say. So the idea here is that Sav is giving Esau a playbill for MAME for his birthday. And then here's like a little comic of Sav like walking him through it, and he's like being like fucking creepy about it because he has like this weird paternal thing for Esau. Obviously. I mean, duh. Here's Kama being scared. You know, many such cases. I had to spend like multiple seconds there trying to remember the phrase many such cases. I remember this comic. This is low-key like one of my favorite comics of them, just from the dialogue. There's probably like, if I had waited to write that fic, it would probably look a little different. Because I was really like still figuring out the characters as I wrote it. Because like when I started writing the RPF, I thought that it was just gonna be like 7,000 words, like everything else that I've ever written. But then I felt the need to add like, because originally the whole thing was gonna be from Sapshimoto's point of view. But then I realized that Isao kind of needed a point of view, but by then I had already written the whole chapter, the whole first chapter. So like if I did it now, I'd probably do it like, I would structure it differently. I think it has like a huge structure problem. Here's Isao talking to himself in the mirror. Here's little chibi thems. I like how evil Esau's starting to look. Here's them. Here's them in Act 2, but it's like the RPF in Act 2, so I'm trying to draw them a little bit closer to their, yeah, this is like their costumes. Like there's the bald cap. Can you see it? This drawing is pretty good. I don't know. I just thought about even though I draw them in their Act 1 costumes all the time, I never draw them doing Act 2. So that's this. Oh my god, this is one of my favorite poem ship comics that I think I've ever made. It's about Kayama being sleep deprived. Kayama being sleep deprived is like an idea that I have been really fond of for a long time, but it's like never actually really made it into any of my fics. I tried to fit it in there in one of them, like I tried writing it and it just kind of didn't work out. But speaking of sleep deprived, I like spontaneously yawned in the middle of that sentence. I don't know what time it is. I don't know how long. I guess I've been filming for almost 40 minutes now. We got a little interactive element. Check that out. Oh, and there's more on the back. Oh my god. Banjiro is his angel. I remember this. I think I posted this, and I don't think I posted this, but I like both of these right next to each other. Oh, I remember these drawings. I really loved making this page. This is very, you know, Manjiro is a force that's impeding on Kayama's life. And apparently Kayama is imagining this and getting off to it, I guess. Okay, there we go. I think I posted this. This is Kayama walking. Got a little bit of a background going there. Here's them with little chibi versions of them. Isou's cute. Here's this. I completely forgot about this. This is cute. Oh my god, wait, okay, so wait, here's the like beginning of the, oh yeah, this is also a whole other page of Manjiro. It's kind of cute. But this is the beginning of the bath idea, where like originally the idea was that they would go like public bathing together. So Manjiro is splashing him. Yeah, I guess this is kind of a reveal of my process. I mean, this isn't the case for all of my fics, but I guess for a lot of them, I do like draw them before I write them. Here's like a lot of this dialogue just got turned into that fic. Here's Manjiro imagining Kayama as like a samurai warrior on a horse. I don't know how to draw horses. I just got the "your phone is at 15% warning," so we might have to cut this short. It's a nice drawing of them. Why didn't I ever post this anywhere? This is like really good. What the fuck? Here's this little drawing of them, which I really liked. It's stupid, bro. Oh my god, okay, I'm trying to speedrun this, but here's more of poem ship being soulmates. This is my idea where they have like dreams about each other before they meet. Yeah. That's Manjiro sleeping. Dude, what the hell? This is so cute. What the hell? Here's some RPF happenings. Oh my god, in this, I was about to say there's like nothing happening in the sketchbook, but this little sequence of pages here, this is, I'm currently in the process of writing more for my RPF, and this scene here became little bits of it. These I really like these drawings still, really good still. We're into the spiral one, and this is me drawing post-canon RPF. That's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it post-canon, where they're like multiple years in the future. So that's them. This is them normal. Normal. Look, this is cute. I just drew a bunch of bullshit in this one. Dude, when am I not drawing bullshit? But I don't know, this one especially has an air of like, what the fuck am I even doing? I like this drawing. I think at this point, I was just like, this was like a month ago now. I was kind of losing my mind. Maybe I just feel like that because I'm like in it right now. God. One last 2002 Povertures for the road. Amen. Here's some poem ships. I think I've really refined my ability to draw them. I think they've kind of... Well, maybe it's just because it's more recent, but I really like how I draw them now. Here's some drawings. Oh my god. Oh, I remember this page. Here's a scared, petrified even Kama. Here's some nice little RPFs. Many such cases, as per usual. Some post-canon. I kind of like this drawing still. And this whole like little page spread of them. Actually, it's pretty cool. Oh, you can barely see it, but there's an Esau right here on the back. Brilliant. Oh yeah, and here's the one I'm technically doing right now. I'm truly just doing a whole lot of nothing in here. Like, I don't put any thought into it. I just draw shit. Oh, poem ship. Oh, here's Esau. Here's Sab. Can't even. I found these stickers in my closet, so I put one in there. I also have this big one that I've been drawing in. I really like drawing in this big one. Here's them. I like this one of them. Here's a couple of poem ship pages I did in a row. And here's back to RPF. And here's, I literally did these today, after I finished rewatching. Okay, bro, it's over. That's it. Happy year of Povertures. I might hear birds chirping outside. It's like, it may be 5 a.m. I'm gonna find out when I stop recording.